Well, hello there and welcome back to another Trainer Clizzard video. Today, I'm gonna show my completed Gen 2 and Gen 3 Pokédex. Um, so yeah, I've completed it, and you know, here it is. Um, Similarly to last time, I just sifted through all my Pokemon from X and all my Pokemon from Alpha Sapphire. Traded them in between each other, and then obviously there was also some Pokemon in Pokemon Bank, remnants of my brother's Pokemon from Pokemon Bank. And then, just evolved a bunch of stuff, did a bunch of egging, and, transferred some Pokemon from older games, I guess it would be Gen 3 games, into here. So yeah, just, during this process, the reason why it kind of took me a lot longer to do this than like Gen 1 Pokédex was because I needed some trade Pokemons. So for example, this Gorobos, where is it? This here. So you can't actually catch this in X. You can only catch it in Y. But what I did was I actually traded it from older games to the new games. So it involved a lot. So let me just show kind of the process, right? So you have your 3DS, or you need two DSs for this whole trading operation. Because a lot of Pokemons like require you to trade. Same thing with Kingdra, Kingdra, and also Porygon 1, I guess. It's Porygon and Porygon Z, Porygon 2 and Porygon Z. I think it's Porygon 2. So yeah, basically I just had like Porygons in Diamond, and I had Porygons in Soul Silver, and also like Porygons. I actually had to play Voltor Flip in Soul Silver to buy a Porygon. I actually have a bunch of Porygons in Diamond. I just didn't have Diamond on hand. But I played a bunch of Voltor Flip to get like a Porygon. I could attach an upgrade to it, and I traded in between games to get, like, for example, Gorobos and Kingdra or Seadra. You evolve Seadra, give it a Dragon Scale, and you trade it for a Kingdra, and then also like the Porygon. The reason why I traded in between in Gen 3 or in Gen 4 was because I have two DSs, but I don't have two 3DSs. And so I had to do everything in the older generations. And I also chose these games instead of Black and White and Black and White 2, because these are the games that were easier to do that with. So after you trade them in the games, usually my silver is kind of like the hub that I keep all my good stuff in. And so after that, I would have to trade it into Gen 5. So how you transfer into Gen 5 is that because I'm using a 3DS, the 3DS has to be white or black. And then the DS or the Soul Silver needs to be in the DS Lite. And so what you do is you just go to like that transfer center that you unlock after you beat the Elite Four into this game. And then also, like, when you do this process, you have to have like the little Wi-Fi connect on right here. You have to have that on or it won't work. Same thing when you were trading in between the two Gen 4 games, like you had to use the Union Room, right? You also had to have that turned on for your 3DS. But anyways, after you do that, you actually open up this DS. You don't open up the game, but you download it using the download feature on the DS Lites. You download like a mini game from White 2 where you transfer the Pokemon from your Gen 4 games into your Gen 5 games. So I would like show a little bit of a clip of that. And then after that, you have your Pokemon in your Gen 5 games. And then after you have your Pokemon in your Gen 5 games, it's simply just putting it in the 3DS, and then you can transfer it into Pokebank. And so the Gorobos was transferred from Pokemon Transfer into Pokemon Bank, and then boom, I have it in Pokemon Bank. And then from Pokemon Bank, you can put it into X and Y. So that was that process. That was the first time I did it. for this Pokédex. I've done it before. But yeah, I've done it before, but that was the first time I'm doing it in here. So anyways, I'm just gonna show, I guess, all my guys. And then yeah, so a lot of these Pokemons were like a lot from eggs and stuff. Also, yeah, just from eggs and stuff. And then evolving them, I had to use I had to evolve a bunch of them. And what I did was, there's like the secret base feature in Alpha Sapphire, and so I was just able to, have a bunch of Blissies, level 100 Blissey triple battles, and able to level up my Pokemon super easily from that. And so a lot of these Pokemon, you see them have like high levels, especially the ones I evolved. And of course, a bunch of egg Pokemon as well, and it's pretty good. The thing about the secret base is actually my time on my 3DS was like, for some reason it wasn't correct. Like it was synced on the right day, but it wasn't synced on the right hour. And so I changed the time on my 3DS. And when I changed the time on my 3DS, what actually happened was that like the daily events in X was still happening. But the secret base battles, I couldn't do them anymore. It's like, wait for tomorrow. And they just wouldn't reset. So what I eventually did was I had to like send all those people home, because what you can do is you can have those people with the Blissey battles in your secret base, but you can also send them home to their own secret base, and then you can just battle them there instead of battling at your secret base, because it's just more convenient to battle all of them at your own secret base. But traveling to like secret meadows isn't that bad anyways. And yeah. So just going through all my Pokemon here. Funny enough, the last Pokemon was actually this Mantine. So this Mantine was actually the last Pokemon from my Gen 2 Pokedex, and Gen 3 Pokedex. I guess Gen 3 I finished, and then Mantine was the last one. Shout out to Daniel. Daniel traded me this shiny Remoraid a long time ago. Him and we both chain fish. I chain fish a shiny Quillfish, and he chain fish a shiny Remoraid, and we traded. So shout out to him. But yeah, just keep going down the list. Gen 3, like I mentioned, I finished first. So it was pretty easy. You can see this Seadraws traded, or Kingdraws traded. But then Gen 2 was a lot harder because a lot of Pokemon had to evolve from friendship. So for example, Blissey, Umbreon that I just showed, both of those guys had to be evolved from friendship. I thought it took a little bit longer, the Blissey needed to be evolved from friendship. But then yeah, that being said though, I think Gen 4, Gen 5, and Gen 6 are definitely going to be a lot more difficult. The reason why Gen 4 is going to be more difficult is because a lot of Pokemon involve stone to evolve, like Dust Stone, Shiny Stone, Dawn Stone. And so I might have to farm stones with the super training. I did transfer some Pokemon that were hard. So like I mentioned how I was transferring Pokemon from like Gen 4 into Gen 5 into Gen 6, which is this game, right? This game is Gen 6. So I was able to transfer like a Dusknoir, Electivire, Magmortar, Rhyperior, and one more I forgot. But I transferred those games in like a lot of Yos, I think. I transferred those in, so I have those Pokemon. Again, the Pokemon that are traded, I can do in the previous generation, and then put them in this game, which is easier. And then Gen 5, I think I can do Gen 5, but I will be missing 3 Pokemon. Like I legit don't have a I don't have a Keldeo, I don't have a Meloetta, and I don't have a Genesect. I do have those, but they're cheated in. Again, I did a lot of cheating a long time ago. So I do have those Pokemon technically, but they're cheated in, and obviously I don't want to put any cheated Pokemon into this Living Dex. Even though I'm pretty sure a bunch of these Pokemon were cheated in this Living Dex. Yeah, I know those legendaries I just don't have. So I don't think I'll be able to complete the Gen 5 Pokédex, because I literally never got those Pokemon from events. Like I got Victini, You know, I got Arceus. Not my my own Arceus was cheated in, but I have an Arceus that knows like Roar of Time, and Special Rend, which I'm pretty sure was an Arceus from the event. Not my own Arceus from the event, but it was someone else's Arceus from the event. I think it's not cheated in. And then yeah, so I literally can't complete Gen 5 Pokedex, but then Gen 6, again, I only have one 3DS, and Gen 6, there's a few Pokemon that evolve. For example, Aromatisse evolves from trading, and so because I don't have two 3DSs, what I'll probably have to do, I figured it out, is that I can put a Pokemon on a global trading system. Like I can put like, I forgot what it's called, Fritzy or something, like the pre-evolution of Aromatisse. I could put it on the global trading system, and then put some like super, I can put like another Pokemon that I have that's like super like weird. For example, I have a Victini. That's level 71. And that's the Victini I actually caught from the island event. Like there was an island event. Actually, that's my like legit Victini. So what I can do is I can like put up one Pokemon from my X and then go onto my Alpha Sapphire and trade it, and then evolve it from there. The reason why I want to do that instead of like getting other people to trade, because I'm afraid like there's a lot of cheated Pokemon out there, and I'm afraid if I put something up and then it gets traded, I'll like receive a cheated Pokemon. I don't know if my game will brick or anything, but you know, that's the fear. I kind of just want to do everything on my own, self-isolated, and so that's probably what I would do. If there's a Pokemon that needs to be evolved in Gen 6, I'll probably just put it up on my own account, and then I would trade it on another account using some like weird Pokemon that hopefully no one would trade. Like hopefully no other person is gonna give me like a level 70 Victini. But also I don't want to kind of risk my level 70 Victini. See, a Pokemon like these is not mine, obviously, because it's Japanese, and this Pokemon might be cheated in. Maybe the Rayquaza isn't cheated in, but like the shiny encounter was cheated. I'm not sure. And then this is an event Jirachi that I got from an event, right? The I think 20th anniversary event. And then again, this Geoxys could also be cheated in. You can see that his attack isn't 504, so it's not max IV. Because if it's max IV, it would be like 504. And then you would be like, okay, then if it's max IV, it might be cheated, especially shiny. But that's actually it for my Gen 3 Pokedex and Gen 2 Pokedex. Just wanted to make this video out here. I finished it out. Now I'm going to be working on Gen 4 and Gen 5. Probably Gen 4, I'll make its own separate video. I don't think I'm going to combine it with a Gen 5 video. But yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I know this video didn't really kind of had a script to it, but I kind of maybe poorly explained some things. But yeah, anyways, that's it. Thank you for watching.